everybody. This is Julissa. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming back to my channel. Thank you so much to everybody who is listening right now in the podcast. Today is Monday, February the 10th, 2025. I want to come here and share this news with you guys because it says here a Florida man who allegedly lied about the location of his girlfriend has now been arrested and charged with her murder, okay? And we see so many of these cases, guys, and this is just another one of them. But before I continue, unfortunately, obviously, but before I continue, I want to say thank you so much to everybody who has been following me and subscribing on YouTube. Thank you to everybody who listens on using Spotify, everybody who listens to the podcast on Spotify, okay? I tell you, like, I really, I always tell you guys that late last year, beginning of last year, we knew that it was going to be the year of exposure, and we are seeing that continuing on, right? And even though this case is now regarding somebody who were missing for a long time, but I am so glad that they're able to have enough evidence to charge this man basically right away, because I know when we hear about cases like this, it takes years. It takes years even like to find the person who passed, who got killed, right? And it takes years, and families are concerned and worried and things like that. But I think I told you guys in my previous episode, I do apologize. I did say that I feel like there's a spirit of truth out there that is operating to the point that even when people want to do evil things, thinking that nobody's watching them, they're going to expose their own self, okay? And I think this is basically what happened here. And I'm glad for that because, I'm glad that people, it's almost like you don't want evil people to get away with things, right? I don't care if they live 20 years, let's just say, without being caught. You want them to, to face justice immediately. I mean, for the victim's family, right? It says here, Florida man who allegedly lied about a girlfriend's location was arrested for her brutal murder, okay? Stacy Ann Powell, 48 years old, was reportedly missing 2 days after she last logged into her work computer. The Florida man has been arrested for her brutal killing of a girlfriend at their home, and his name is Andrew Ridgway, 46 years old, is now facing charges of second-degree murder and providing false information to law enforcement in connection with the death of the 48-year-old Stacy Ann Powell, who was reported missing 2 days after she used her work computer in Auburndale, Florida. I do apologize if I'm mispronouncing that name, but it says here officers went to the Powell's home on Thursday, February the 6th, to check on her and spoke to a handyman who has been hired to repair and remodel cabinets. That's so weird. Like, that is a big red flag. Are you serious? You have your girlfriend missing, but you're still gonna continue on with remodeling the apartment instead of like searching and searching for her. That's a big red flag. I think that's crazy. The handyman reported that Powell and Ridgway were not home. While officers were talking to the handyman, Ridgway allegedly called the handyman to ask why the police was there, right? He's so suspicious. He apparently had security cameras that he could see that they were there. That's the police said on Friday, February 7th. Excuse me. During a phone conversation with an officer, Ridgway said he was in North Carolina with Stacy's grandmother. He also allegedly told the officer that Powell has taken an Uber to Orlando International Airport on Wednesday, February 5th, and took a flight to Jamaica to visit her father, who has been ill. We were quickly able to identify that Ridgway was not telling the truth about his whereabouts. The grandmother whereabouts and Stacy whereabouts. That's what the police say. Excuse me, I'm reading it right now as I'm making this video. He says that Stacy's father lives in North Carolina, not Jamaica, and that the grandmother lives here in Florida and was in Aberdeen that evening. Officers had a warrant on February 6th and discovered that Stacy Ann Powell had been brutally and savagely attacked and murdered. It was a brutal attack, so much so that we had to wait till the afternoon to get an ID on her because we recovered her body on that evening. Said investigators suspect that Powell was killed in the late afternoon or early evening on February the 4th. Ridgway was apprehended in Georgia while driving Powell's Dodge Ram pickup truck the following day, according to the report. He's now awaiting extradition back to Florida. So that's crazy, man. This guy planned everything. For him, he's like telling the police immediately, oh no, she took a, she's flying out. Everything was so planned out, right? She had her father, well, according to him, that the father was sick in Jamaica and she left, right? And you would think, usually when you're like traveling like that, you usually give work notice, right? You tell your supervisor sometimes you're going to take time off to do something like that, right? This man had everything planned out, and he's so suspicious the minute that he saw the police, right? He's like, what are they doing there? What do they want? And then he's giving all this information to the police right away, saying that she took a flight to Jamaica and she went to the airport using an Uber, right? It's just so crazy. And the other big red flag, just by reading that to me, was fits in the cabinets when you have somebody who's missing, right? It's so crazy. It's so crazy. So much. I don't like. People have, cases like this. Like I said in the beginning, it could take like, a couple years for some type of justice for the families. And I feel like I'm so glad in this case it didn't take that long, right? They knew immediately, right? The police were suspicious of him right away, and they knew immediately. And also probably finding out that she last logging on her work computer, and probably the workplace didn't have any idea that she was going to be, away, or that she was traveling. So it was a quick investigation. I'm glad that it didn't take that long, right? So sad that people go through this. But I feel like, like I told you before, like everything's being exposed and everything that's being done in there will come to light. And people are telling on themselves, like people are becoming like things that they probably in the past were able to get away with. Now they're doing such a sloppy job that they're telling on themselves. And I think all of that is happening on purpose because God is exposing everything. So we'll keep the family in your prayers, you guys. Her friends and family that are now dealing with the loss. And, I hate hearing like these cases because if things are not working, like I always say, you can always, go to therapy. There's so many other options. But, people have anger problems, right? They don't control themselves. And I'm glad that, they didn't get away with it. At least in this case. So let me know, guys, what you think. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming back to my channel. Have a good day, everybody. God bless. Hi everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much for coming to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And I hope to see you in the next video. Have a good day, everybody. God bless.